We are the one, the light in the dark. One heart, one world, one spark. We are the one, together we rise. One dream, one voice, one sky.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Women Empowered Across the World. And this is our podcast. And I have the pleasure of some amazing hosts today with me. And we're going to start with Jackie Zaccoli. She resides in Arizona, but her heart is global, especially with the Gen Network. And she'll probably tell you a little more about that later. And then we have Alina. And Alina is from Poland, and she runs the Yorgos Foundation, and you'll hear a little bit about that. And then we have Maria. Maria, guys, is all about clean water for the world, and you'll hear a little more about that. And I'm Carol Witt, and I am the founder and the director for YEA Global. We are now in 73 countries, and we are excited to have our guest today, Magdalena. She is from Poland and living in Italy right now. So
Turkey.
Turkey.
Oh, Turkey. Wait a minute.
Yes.
You switched.
No,
Were
I
you
was in
in
Turkey.
were you in? Oh no, you
I
meant
was in
Turkey.
Turkey all
That's
the
right.
time.
Turkey,
Yes.
not Italy. Okay, got it. And so very excited to hear her story today. Magdalena, come join us and share with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So my name is Magdalena Byra. I am an author of a book, Life Speaks to You. And I will share shortly my story of who I am and how it all started that I am here right now. So there was a time in my life when I was sitting on the bed crying after another quarrel with my ex-partner and asking myself, what did I do wrong? I knew that there was a better life, where I love, respect, appreciation, commitment, health, and happiness and abundance. And I couldn't understand at the time that how I find myself in such a low place. It was 2009, Dublin, Ireland. At the time, I didn't know that I was programmed as a child, living societal beliefs of who I am and give away everything to my ex-partner life. In 2010, after the breakup with my partner, I find the book written by Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, which I didn't understand a lot, but it gave me hope and led me to make my own decisions beyond the circumstances I was in, and also beyond opinions of others. I started listening to my soul and trusting life again. Really, I wanted to heal myself and my life because at the age of 22 years old, I was diagnosed with epilepsy. And I wanted my healthy brain back and find the true cause of chronic illness. In 2017, at the age of 43, I started seeing signs and I received guidance to apply for an American tourist visa to get to the Heal Your Life training in San Diego. I listened, I sold my apartment. Without any safeguards, I left for United States, leaving everything behind to start my lonely journey in California. In the United States, it was a huge roller coaster. I was moving from places to places. At the end, uh, I settled down in Los Angeles for over 5 years, learning about awareness, about self-awareness, volunteering, finding myself in landmark education, and self-realization fellowship to be initiated to Kriya Yoga. Uh, uh, and being in Los Angeles, being inspired by the communities I was in, I was reminded about my declaration when I was 7 years old, that I would bring peace to the world. Children knows why they are here, and unless they started to being programmed by the society with they grew up. So in in Los Angeles, I couldn't find myself in having a regular job, so I never hide. I always listen to intuition, and I registered a company in 2021, wanting to help other women to transform their lives. And I had the problems also with immigration court, and because of that, I was allowed to stay in United States by immigration court in Los Angeles without me being on the case. Learning people in United States, healing my life, releasing a huge ancestral wounds. I became a Reiki practitioner. I started a mediumship program and wrote the book Life Speaks to You with intention to stop pain in this world. And it was all the time like what I would like to say about this book, because this book gave me some kind of healing. But the most important, when my book was started being written, I didn't know a lot. It was 2009. I knew about the law of attraction, visualization, affirmation, but I knew there was something more, and I wanted to know and experience. My book was finished in 2021, so life gave me a lot of topics during this time, and I put my experiences to that time on how I manage being healthy, moving forward step by step, feeling safe and purposeful. And for all those years, my spirit team just gave me a roof over head, income. I had guidance all the time that my book would be published in the United States. And on March 3rd, 2023, my book was uploaded on Amazon and Barnes& Noble. On March 17th, 2 weeks later, I safely landed in Warsaw in Poland because I couldn't keep up myself and didn't not having any more resources I had previously. The two last weeks in Los Angeles, there was the most traumatic for a regular person. But for me, it was the most peaceful, certain time, and magic was happening each day. I was moving from hostels to hostels, asking for help for people who I knew there. No one was able to do that. But 1 month before, I was initiated to Kriya Yoga. And God, my essence, started speaking to me, guiding me, acting for me, and magnetized everything what I needed to land it safely in Poland. I never felt so certain, safe, confident, and happy. When I came back to Poland, it was a huge surprise for my family and for my mind, even bigger of the attitude of the nearest one. I thought as I transformed, clear to my purpose in the world, they, they were transformed too, but I was mistaken. Instead of being welcomed with open hands, I was judged, rejected access to my family, to our family home. They wanted to manipulate me like a child, but they didn't know what I had, my essence and intuitive guidance. So when I came from United States, I came without no money, with my first published book on the lab, being attuned to Reiki as an experienced healer, helping people there, 2-year campaign, and the most important, a huge power and unconditional love, the same like masters who walk on this earth. I had so high vibration and felt connection with everything and everyone that sometimes it hurt. And right now we are heading towards this world where our Christ consciousness is rising up in us. But we are still living in the material world. And for people who never touched what I did, was not enough. So again, I felt lonely, like in the United States, having intuitive guidance. Over 1 year, I couldn't find any employment in Poland. Last year, for a few months, I received the Switzerland contract, and being at that time kept up by my family members. So after a few months, when I had my contract, right now I'm continuing with this company to try and rebuild my finances and travel, and also still believing in my dream. And as I have had contact with environments that are more driven by ego than by essence. I'm regaining right now again communication with myself to again live purposefully, fearlessly, and magnetize everything what I need. That peace would be in the world and also the truth about our existence. And this book, I believe, I know that this book can bring healing and understanding of who we are, how we can keep ourselves on the soul's journey, and also because of that, people stop feeding the wrong wolf. And in this book, I put my experiences on how person awakens step by step to the true essence and calling. Right now, we have again uncertain times, and this book will give possibility to distance themselves from the things which are coming up right now to the surface, but peace would be in the world. And when we find truth in our existence. Thank you so much. This is all about me. Short story. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. And thank you for writing that book. Life does speak to us if we'll listen.
Yes.
And so hopefully many people will be inspired by your story and
Thank you.
be able to get your book. So we want to make sure that you put your information in the chat so I can put it in the show notes so people can reach out and get your book for themselves. Okay. Does anybody have a question for Magdalena inside of all that she shared? Yeah, Jackie, go ahead. Oh, you are muted, Jackie.
I can see you've been through a lot, and it's fascinating to listen to your change in cultures and everything else. I know that you've had culture shock going back and forth. You've had to have culture shock going back and forth.
Yes.
There's no way you could not have culture shock. Anyhow, what would be your ultimate passion to be able to do? I know you're working for the travel company, and that's just to make ends meet, and you're not really traveling to speak of.
It's like being in different destinations. So just
Yeah,
like for me, it's a possibility to travel, in this way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the question then would be, what would be that vision? What would be that perfect vision of what you would like to see yourself in? Talk to me about the ultimate goal.
So I was inspired also, like in the United States, I received the name Self-Realization Institute. And this is institute where we can find really like we awaken to who we are. And this is my ultimate goal. But the steps, for sure, my soul wants to go to the stage and share my story that I can inspire other women that there is always way out and how they can bring themselves to their own intuitive guidance, because this is the most important. People, I was surrounded with people in United States everywhere. But if I wasn't be connected to my intuition, to my essence, I would really die. I would really die. Many times, I saw like my essence, like in this 2010, when I break up with my partner, who later I find out it was very toxic relationship. I didn't have this education. I lived with belief how society believe like how life supposed to be. So it was like I knew that if wasn't I break up from this relationship, 1 year later I would die. And even my son showed me how I would do this. So every time it was like many times, if you are not on your soul, many people they commit suicide because they are so lost with all the environment. It is needed, but we need to come back to our intuition. Our soul is calling us every time, and the soul never hurt us. They want us to live, to expand, to have wonderful life. And the most important right now, we collectively realize this, that planet Earth is arises in Christ consciousness, that we know who we are, that we see the signs, that a lot of people think that life is because it is, but we are mirror of ourselves. A universe give us signs all the time. And like when I was learning from Rhonda's books, but the first signs what I saw for myself, it was 2016, 2017, when I was guided to Mayan calendar. And thanks to that, I really my mind was not confused when I had this a lot of turbulence in United States. I knew that was everything for the purpose. I knew that everything will be all right. And I was connected to this energy that I was moving forward. Yes.
So coaching is what you're saying, that you like to
Yes.
coach young people. And Alina can't relate to that at all, can you?
Sure, of course.
And
Alina,
knowing
you're
the
really
culture
beautiful.
and knowing
Yeah.
the culture and the women and the girls that you work with, Alina, maybe you can give us some insight as to what she might do.
Please do.
Yeah. May I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Yes, it's my turn. I would like to ask, because we now know a little bit about your life journey. So is there anything you'd like to change? If you
Mhm.
could start it again, is there
Mhm.
anything you'd like to change or to make a different way?
Like I was asking myself, what did I even, again, what did I do wrong, but didn't work out, for example, in the United States. But truly, I couldn't change anything. Like really, whatever I was doing, it was like intuition all the time, push me forward. I met right people. I was in the right places. I couldn't do differently. And the most important, we had a lot of chaos at that time, and later global lockdown. So really, I was so safe. And there was also war in the Ukraine and a lot of migration into Poland.
Yeah.
I was like, I was safe. I was safe. I was reading the book, and it's just like amazing how intuition, put me in the places where I supposed to be. Yes. I couldn't do it differently. My mind couldn't thought up this. No, it was the plan, the highest plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this answer. I do believe intuition is something great, and if we follow it and we really follow it, everything's gonna be all right sooner or
Yes.
later. Thank you, Magdalena, for your answer. Thanks.
Thank you, Alina.
All right, Maria has her hand up. Go ahead, Maria.
Thank you. I wrote down, children know why they are here.
Yes.
I thought that was really interesting, and I really believe that, especially with the experience of my son, but not just with the experience of my son. I really think we all innately know why we're here. I think we
Yes.
do, but we get caught off the path, by
Yes.
materialism, whatever it is. But I believe that we are all here for a purpose. Each one of us has a specific purpose why we are here and what we are meant to do with our lives. And
Yes.
it's, serendipity along the way where things happen. Oh, wait a moment, that didn't quite work out. But I love it that you acknowledged everything that happened was meant to happen,
Yes.
whatever experiences you went through. And I've been doing a similar sort of check back on my life and thinking, wow, if I hadn't done that, then so and so wouldn't have happened. So
Yes.
I really acknowledged that we're all here, all the children born now as well, especially
Yes.
now. They really know why they're here.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria.
All right, and Magdalena, I have a question for you.
Yes.
In writing a book, it's a journey,
Yes.
and you go through many, many spaces in writing a book. I've written 2 now, and I come out on the other side just blown away at what I saw for myself. What is something that you saw for yourself in writing this book? And I love the name of this book, Life Speaks.
Like when I wrote this book, I couldn't, when I remember when the publisher sent me this book, this 12 first copies, I first I didn't know, but I had so much knowledge and wisdom, and I regained only for 5 years. I was in United States. I was so amazed, and first time when I started writing this book was on the plane coming back from Los Angeles to Poland. And I was so amazed that I was reading and I couldn't stop. Just like really, it's just like I was amazed with this writing. It's just like,
Who is
and
this
I
person?
yes, exactly. It
Well,
was like I was amazed. I didn't know, but I have all this talent and gift to write the books, and it was really some people read the book and said that it's very how is it called in English? But you read this book and you want to finish to the end. So it's like it's difficult to stop. So really, it was amazing what I experienced about this gift, what I through this book.
so
Yes.
beautiful. So I want you to share one thing that really showed up for you in writing that book. What's one thing that you took away from pouring yourself into that book that you would want to share with other people to have them want to read this book? What would you share?
What I would I share for sure, but in this book, let me just check on this on which
Okay.
chapter there was. There was the quote from Paramahansa Yogananda, because I was guided from very beginning to self-realization fellowship, and it was the quote that you didn't know that there was something amazing within you.
Oh, something
Yes.
magical. Ah, I love that.
Yes, and it was like it was written in different, in different sentences. I wrote the book, but it was really, I just master said, yes, it was something magical in
Magical.
each of us. Yes,
Oh, I love that. And so, guys, please go get her book. Find out what's magical in you, because each one of us
yes.
have magic. I agree.
Thank you so much.
Magdalena, it was so awesome to have you. I knew it would be in inviting you to be on this podcast because this is all about women having a platform to speak from and to speak
Thank
from
you.
our hearts and be authentic and not have to read any kind of a script or get it right. Just share your life. And that's what you did. And wow, thank you. Because I know this is going to inspire so many people. So many women out there. Guys,
I hope so.
yeah,
Yes, I hope so,
yeah,
because really I want them that see that they have choice. And
absolutely.
they are not only women, they have purpose here in this world. They are more than that. Yes.
Absolutely. All right, Jackie, you have your hand up before we end. Go ahead.
I cannot chat my links. If you, Carol, can open the chat, but I can send the
Oh,
links.
yes, you're right. I did not do that. Let me do that right now. Okay, go ahead,
Okay.
Jackie.
You are in Turkey, and the last comment that you and I had was that you know no one in Turkey.
Never.
Alina, you know anybody in Turkey?
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking.
I thought I smelled wood burning.
Not many people, not in this country. If you were in Africa, I think it would be
Yeah,
easier for me.
well, I thought maybe you had a reach over there that I didn't
Yeah,
know.
but Jackie, I just need to think a bit.
Okay,
I think
well,
maybe we
get
can
the little
find.
brain going because
Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
lonely over there.
Let me think
She
and
wants
check
friends.
my network on
Thank you
LinkedIn.
so much.
Yeah.
But Alina, you look beautiful. Like I see you, right now on our meeting. All of us look beautiful, but I see you first time. It's just
Thank you.
like you're a beautiful person. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you
yes,
so
yes.
much.
Oh,
Thank you
my
so much.
goodness.
We'll catch up. We'll catch up when you are in Poland, you know.
Yes.
All right. So, guys, if you love these episodes, please reach out to one of us. We're all over LinkedIn and say, I'd like to be a guest on this podcast. And we'll set you up with a date. We do these Mondays and Fridays. We do one episode on Monday and 2 episodes on Fridays. And we would love to have more guests come and share their stories. And please, we're asking you, if you love them, share them. Really share this with everyone. And please join our podcast. We are looking for more hosts across the world. If you have an interest in being a host, please reach out to Jackie or I to find out what that's all about. Okay. And once again, Magdalena, thank you for being an amazing guest. I look
Thank you
forward
so
to
much.
reading your book. I'm
Thank you.
very, very excited about that. And we will make sure that your information is up in the show notes so other people can get to your book. Is it on Amazon?
Yes, on Amazon and Barnes
Okay.
and Noble. I
Oh,
send
beautiful.
links to United States and also United Kingdom.
Yeah. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we'll make sure that that's all available for people to go and get your book, okay?
Thank you so much.
And
Really
once
appreciate it.
again, thank you for another amazing episode. And we will see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
There's one, there's no divide. Peace and love.